Happy Wednesday. Excuse me, that was a bit more throaty than I was planning on. Gonna continue with the black coach after I've wiped all these hairs, all these pink synthetic fibers off my desk from last week's Will You Wear Wigs? Beautiful. Scoot over slightly so I don't sit outside of the frame. Just trying to think how I want to do this. I think I'll just keep going. Hey, hello. How are you today?
Listen!
I'm listening. I'm listening. How's it going? How's your week going so far? You press all the buttons. Yes, I like it. You press my buttons, but in the best way possible. What was delayed? I don't have any dropped frames or anything like that, so apparently the average stream bitrate is a bit on the high side, but I'm not really sure how that translates to stream. How are you doing? Weekend is over, getting ready for work. Oh, the sound alert. They were pretty quick on my side, like normal speed. They're fairly, like, basically off each other's back. How weird. It's okay, George. I just didn't close the garage door properly, I think. How do you find not working normal 9 to 5 schedule? Like working working on the weekend and not working during the week? Good evening, Ben. How are you? I used to work in a shop, as you probably know, and I found it really difficult after some time because my friends would all be working normal office hours and I could never meet up with them because I would be working on the weekend and when they were off and they would be working when I was off. Doing good? Nice, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Same old, really. I need to be posting more on Instagram and stuff. I should do more around painting and stuff like that, so it's so I don't feel like my working days are as boring as they are. But this painting is fun. This is a really cool model to paint, and I'm actually really liking this brush as well. It's very smooth. Very smooth. I'm rereading my favorite book series, which is also always nice. I feel like I've read it like, I think this is my 4th time. But it's like 9 books, so I always notice new things, and there's things that I forget or forgotten, and it's one advantage of having a terrible memory is being able to reread your favorite books and not be bored. And tomorrow I'll be playing the new WoW patch. Looking forward to that. And I will also be signing for the raid. Because I remembered yesterday, but then I also realised that Holly had been using my PC over the weekend. And she'd logged in on Battle.net, obviously. And I know that it won't be a quick thing if I have to log back in. I have to try and remember what my passwords are and stuff. So I thought I won't try and do it. No spiders yet? Good. I won't try and do it while I'm dead on my feet trying to get to bed. So I'll do it when I have a bit more energy to back me up. Oh, which reminds me, I need to send someone a quick message. One of my friends went for a job interview today, and I just realised that I forgot to ask how it went. He's like team leader of a sort of like a IT support team, sort of. Work in a temporary contract, like a maternity cover, I think it was. But they've now made a large portion of the team redundant, so he had to look for a different role. Fortunately, had an interview fairly quickly, but it's not exactly around the corner. It's 5 days a week in the office when he's not at the moment full-time working from home. It's quite a bit of travel, so he's not. He's both not super keen, but also quite keen because it will be a bit of a step up in job title description, so it might help him find other roles. Spiders can be arranged. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of spiders. I'm actually quite scared of them, but I'm not nowhere near as scared as I used to be. I now only remove the ones that are like with thick bodies and stuff, and thick legs, if they are getting too close to me. Obviously, the bigger they get, the sooner I find it too close. But I haven't had I haven't had a big spider panic in a long time, and I will have to touch wood because that's probably going to come bite me in the ass now. I find them fascinating, absolutely fascinating, but I also find them rather intimidating. I do understand why people keep them as pets, though, because they look really cool. Second most afraid could be considered a spider with more moth. Yeah, I think I saw some footage of that one on a video. Definitely looked like a moth with the little like mothy antler, like the little antennae thingy, antennae thingies. At least I think that's what I saw, what I remember. Don't mind moths or butterflies. I don't find them problematic. I mean, I don't really necessarily want them on me. I wouldn't freak out if they landed on me. I think moths and butterflies are the least creepy of all the crawlies. But basically anything with more than 4 legs is problematic. And no, you can't rip the legs out of a spider and then say it doesn't have more than 4 legs. That doesn't count. If nothing else, it's mean. I always put them outside. I never hoover them up or anything like that if I can help it. The only time I would do that would be if the alternative is that I lose them, because I can't deal with not knowing where a spider is if I know that there is a spider, if that makes sense. If I know there should be one, then I need to know where he is, otherwise it freaks me out. Mostly because I don't want to bump into it unexpectedly. It's the surprise more than the spider themselves, I think. Although I say that, I would absolutely not want a spider on me if it wasn't a surprise either, so. How are you finding the new patch so far, Ben? I've heard some positive things about it already, so looking forward to playing myself tomorrow. But I wanted to do some painting first. You're in a sky race, yeah, no worries. I don't expect immediate answers. I mean, in all honesty, I don't expect answers at all, to be honest. Just easier to talk at people or with people than it is to talk at people, so. Doesn't feel like there's much on it. Of course, you're grinding out the rep. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, the raid and everything isn't out yet. It's just the Mythics. The Mythic 0, I think, the new dungeons. Thank you for the lurk. I am assuming that means that you are going live yourself. There he is. I will throw you a lurk myself. Story took a while. You think it's because you were doing the side quests? Okay. Yeah, I hear it's like 3 chapters, and in theory you should be able to do it in like an hour. Hey, how are you? I'm not too bad, thank you. I'm not too bad. I'm glad I'm painting and not in the office anymore. I'm trying to make these transitions as smooth as possible while still keeping them. The color difference is quite stark. I need to do more glazing, and I find glazing so I'm a bit too impatient for glazing, I think. Guess that's why the painterly style suits me more, because I'm able to put a lot of paint on, and not put a lot of paint on, but put higher contrast on there and not worry too much. You didn't do that in that time? Okay. I painted, you alright?
I'm not a shrimp!
That's a posture check. And a hydrate and a stretch. You spoil me. 2 secs. I need to just move this paint around so I don't... Posture check. Hydrate. Stretch. You had an interview unexpectedly yesterday and you got a job. Fantastic. Oh my god. I'm so pleased for you. Congratulations. That is really good news. When do you start? August 18th. Oh, nice. Soon, but not too soon. I'm really pleased for you. That went pretty quick from your previous role to this one. That's good. Did you ever find out what the issue was with the other one, or did you just decide to take the high road and not be worried about it? I never told you. So dumb. Yeah, basically, I would probably do the same. Less than a week not working? No, absolutely. That's really, really well done. I was about to ask, like, how long was it between the two, but it's, yeah, no, that's not long at all. Is it the same kind of role? Same, like, IT support? Or is it something, I should probably close that. Let's export. More money. Nice. Through an agency again, or is it,
Thought it might have been my phone.
Oh, I am apparently hearing Twitch on my other tabs. Sorry, I was saying, is it through an agency again, or is it just a role you found? Big IT company working on site for one of their clients. Oh, nice. An employee not as a contractor. That's good. That makes a big difference in how they treat you. I'm really pleased for you. Congratulations. Yeah, of course. Look, it's one of the things that I enjoy most, hearing when things are going well for people that I like. So it's makes me happy. I know that's a bit weird. A lot of people think, but no, I am. It's also why I read books that make me happy, because I like it when characters that I care about are doing well. Yeah, I hear it too, George. I think there is a someone moving a wheelie bin outside. I have a crazy story. There is a my next door neighbor. She lives in the house. We're end of terrace, and she lives at the start of the next terrace. And we sort of have a little path between our two front gardens. And she is elderly, like, I want to say like in her 80s. And her son and his wife and child are staying with her at the moment. And I was at work on Tuesday. Oh, I mentioned it, I think, maybe on stream on Wednesday. And the son was just cutting our grass. I saw it through the doorbell, like the doorbell feed. I found it such a violation. And I don't know if that's me being like overly sensitive or something about it, but I'm still upset. And I'd only just cut the grass the week before, so it wasn't even overgrown or anything like that, so it just felt like such a... Yeah, I don't know. I talked to my mum about it, and she told me that I should probably, or we should probably talk to them, but I should probably not be the one doing it. She was like, you'll probably get too emotional and really upset and frustrated. You should ask Nivian to do it, because he will be able to be a bit more level-headed. So yeah, that will be at some point. Why would you feel bad? Why would you be annoyed if someone else is cutting your grass for you? Because they didn't ask. They just went and did it. Oh no, because his mum was weeding in her garden. It was not a mistake. He knocked over our solar lights, cut the grass in front of my house, all the way round to the front. I was really worried that he was going to cut through our internet cable, which runs under our hedge, because Virgin Media never buried it over there. I was like... While it was happening, I was sort of giving like a live commentary at the office. I was telling one of our electricians who was working on a test sheet, and he said, "Oh my god, what a weird coincidence. Apparently his dad had done something similar. He was the one cutting the grass for his newly moved in next door neighbors, who were, as I was, also very upset because they pay a gardener to do their grass for them, and they now have to pay him to not do it, essentially. And also the man, this dad, cut through there. This was on a static caravan park. The dad cut through the power to the caravan. And his dad was then upset that those people were upset. He was like, "Well, I was trying to do something nice, and now they're making me pay for the repairs to their cable, to their power." I was like, "Oh, yeah." Obviously, they didn't ask you to do it. You didn't give him a chance to say, "Mind the bloody cable." You just went and did it, and now you've broken something on someone else's land, and you're wondering why they're upset. I don't know if it's a boomer thing or something, that they think that that's acceptable to just go on someone else's grass. But if the roles were reversed, if we'd gone onto her grass, I think all hell would have broken loose. She's one of these people who has a incredibly manicured lawn, and she's got fake plants inside her flower beds because she's worried about things not looking tidy and stuff. She always wants to have, summer and winter, mind. She always wants to have blooming flowers. I would definitely like to touch paper. Yeah, exactly. I would have been really pissed. Like, I was already like worrying about it, talking to Nivian about it over WhatsApp, and he was like, "We can still see them on the camera. Wouldn't be able to see them if the internet had been cut." I was like, "Oh, that's true. Phew." So, hadn't really thought of that. I was so wound up at that point. And I know this is really dumb because, yeah, maybe it was like meant as a friendly thing or like the neighborly thing to do. But for the love of God, just knock on our doors. Like, "Look, I'm going to cut my mum's grass tomorrow. Would you like me to do yours too?" And then I would have been able to say, "No, thank you. I've just done mine, and I like my grass a bit longer because it helps the bugs." Last year I deliberately didn't cut a section of my front lawn to like allow for the pollinators and stuff. Didn't do that this year, but now I'm very tempted to do it again next year. Like, screw you and my cutting my grass. I'll put like a little sign in there saying, I am longer for the pollinators. I've also been really like, really tempted in the past to plant clover instead of grass, and I've always been like, oh well, I think my elderly neighbor probably would have a meltdown if I planted clover because it would go into her perfect lawn and stuff, so I never did it. And now I kind of want to do it because I'm petty like that. Clover's going to be a wetter cut too, so if you keep it long, you'll need to correct your settings for that. Oh yeah, it won't be super long. It's just like that long instead of her millimetered grass. And hi Gary, I hope you're good. How are you doing? I do like the look of clover because it has little flowers in it and stuff. Your lawn is a mop beast past like 3 inches and it tames and gives up. Yeah. See, if it were up to me, everyone would have wildflowers in their front gardens and we would all be helping out the bees and the butterflies and all the other things that use nectar. And it would be closer to 2, yeah. And it would be super pretty. Because I like lush green gardens and plant life. It makes me really happy, and it always makes me really sad when I see these manicured to death lawns. I swear her grass is no longer than 2 millimeters. Long grass and plants give a lot of places for rodents and roaches to also gather. Yeah, true, but we have lots of cats in the neighborhood. And we don't really get a lot of roaches here, to be honest. I don't think I've ever even seen a cockroach in my life, other than at the zoo. And they were the hissing ones, the like Mexican hissing cockroaches or whatever. Yeah, I'm not saying like overgrown kind of monstrosities. I just like things a little bit wilder. So for someone to come in and just decide that they can cut my grass, it just upset me. I'm probably a little bit overreacting a little bit, but it's the kind of thing that really gets to me. Feels a bit insulting. Like, I know that I have a busy life and stuff. I know that my lawn isn't pensioner perfect. Leave it alone. Anyway, different subjects. I don't particularly want to get wound up again. What has everyone been up to so far this week? Anything good going on, or anything bad? Just heard the biggest huff behind me. I'm a tired dog. I had a great time at a doggy daycare today. They always post pictures of the day, and he was playing outside. So he had a bit of a crazy day. Our local hobby store has anniversary. I think it's 11 years that they've been open. Anniversary next weekend. So Nivea and I are gonna go buy some stuff and congratulate them and stuff. Because 11 years is good going for a hobby store. pretty sure it's 11 years. And they said they were doing goodie bags, so I'm curious what's going to be in those if we're lucky enough to snag one. Kind of want to have this light lower, but it will be right in the middle of the camera if I do that, so not really an option. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next weekend. It should be good. I haven't allowed myself to buy any hobby stuff in a while, other than the brushes. So I think I might pick up another competition piece. So I'm thinking about entering a competition next year, and it scares the hell out of me. But I feel like if I start early, at least I can paint and not worry about time pressure or anything like that. So hopefully I might send them a message actually to see if they have that model in stock and if they can keep one aside for me. the bland whips. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you are having a really nice Wednesday so far. You are? I'm glad. Yeah, not bad here, thank you. Not bad. I always feel better when I'm painting, so even if my if a work day has been a bit shit or something, then at least when I'm painting it's nice. And today work was actually fine. I can't really complain, so or I could, but it would be a bit whiny. Really wasn't too bad. Do you hobby paint as well? Or are you a competition painter, or just not a painter at all? Or how did you stumble on the channel? Hobby painting only started in January. Randomly picked my channel to watch today because it is a very, very fun model. Like, if you ever, I don't know if you've ever painted any Age of Sigmar models, but this is part of Black Coach. It's got 4 ghostly horses, 4 ghostly riders, if my camera will focus on them. At the moment, I have this just on the cloth, and I've got a 4th one there. Then it comes with this, the actual Black Coach, which is honestly one of the most fun things I've painted in a long time. Yeah, if you ever want something different to paint, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, the Black Coach, part of the Nighthaunt army. It's really, really fun, and it's the coach itself is actually really forgiving, really fairly easy to paint. And the Nighthaunt, the ghosts themselves, you can do basically anything with, really. I've done I did some tester ones on I think they're part of like another this is a different box, and this was literally just slaps up the paint. These are actually with UV paint on them. This was just a sort of a tester model. This actually glows in the dark over on a black light, which is kind of fun. But yeah, they're really, really fun to paint. Really something completely different, especially if you paint normally, like paint like Space Marines or something like that. Then painting some ghostly horses is a lot of fun for a change. trying to remember when I started streaming. I think I've been painting for like maybe like 2 years or something now at the end of this year. Obviously I've done other artsy stuff before this, but I'm really enjoying the miniature painting world, and everyone on Twitch is really nice, so it's been a really good way to keep myself disciplined to actually do the painting. Because no matter how much I enjoy it, I find it really difficult to start on things. So planning my streams like twice a week, a couple of hours, allows me to sort of schedule my hobby time. And so far I've only skipped like a couple of them, I think, since the start, so I can't feel too bad about it. I've always had good reasons to skip as well, so... What do you paint normally? Is it Warhammer, or do you paint other things? I hear Trench Crusade is really, really fun. And I think Malifaux as well, I've heard of. Or just 3D printed models, I guess. That's how I started. Do you play as well, or do you just paint? If you're still here, that is. You might be busy painting. In which case, don't mind me. I do just ramble. Should probably be thinking about adding some green soon. Listening to this song, I was like, this sounds really familiar. I wonder why. I wonder if it's like a PC game that I've played and it's literally in music from World of Warcraft. So yes, I have played 1 or 2 hours of that game. Just 1 or 2 hours. I'm wondering if I should just give it a glaze, like or a wash or something. I'm a little bit concerned if I wash it that it will probably just give it a little I wonder where my little dishes went. I'm pretty sure I had a bunch right there behind my screen. Mystery of the missing dishes. I'll use a cup then. This still has liquid in it. I can go in the bin. Which drawer was it? The blue one. Shake, shake, shake. Shake those pots. I think that blue... A fishy is not on my dishy, no. The green. That might work. Yeah, that's going to be too dark, I think. So go with the green. Maybe a mix. World boss is no bueno, no? What's wrong with it? Is it overcrowded or... I do a mix. Or is it bugged or... You'd think that early on in a new patch or it would be pretty good going. Trying to brute force instead of... Oh... Yeah. that is not really an option now. Oh, connecting to chat. That's interesting. What happened there? Oh, the chat room. Interesting. Excuse me. Just going to have a sip of my drink. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I have no idea. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter now. I'm supposed to go in different phase and the world bosses sort of move. Oh no. That is... Do people just not know, or do they just not care? Girl, my gear is really good. I should be able to do this. I think your gear was really good last patch, maybe. Do you get much warning? Can tell you knew something about it because... Ah, okay. But the phasing is working, the people are just not doing it. That's problematic. When people are wiping on world bosses, getting really annoyed. Would it be worth posting something in the NRC Discord to see if other people want to do the world boss? Massive warning, okay. Sometimes even with a partially organized group, it's easier to do this kind of content. it's very frustrating when content that is really doable becomes almost impossible because people refuse to do mechanics. Very frustrating. I've just spotted an entire section of cloth that I've completely missed with my paint, which is shocking. Obviously it can just be green, but still. Have you been able to do it at all yet, Ben, or has it been impossible? I was wondering if you maybe had done it on a different character yet, and or that it's just a bit of a struggle in general, but still doable. Okay, that's helped a lot with smoothing out the blends. Nice, nice. Right, now I need to get some green. Warpstone Glow, I think it was. I bought some palazzo trousers. They're like harem trousers, but not quite. They're like fold around, which is fantastic. Unless you sit down and they they fall open and you have to split all the way up the top of your thigh. Which, not what I was going for. Because it's warm, but not that warm. I really don't want pink... Hello? Pink wig hair on my brushes. You've done it. 4 deaths for you. I'm gonna do it on the other turn so you hopefully get male chest. Yeah, that'd be nice. I will keep my fingers crossed for you. What eye level does it drop? $688, but that's pretty good. Even if it is champion gear, it's going to be an upgrade. Of course, that's clever. Is it a new tier set? Or the same set, just higher eye level? I haven't. You may notice that I haven't read up on the new patch at all. New tier set, okay. I should probably check what the shaman set bonus is then. So the bonus is based on hero talents. Oh, okay. I should probably check my hero talents then. I'm really bad at that stuff. I tend to just copy a build from Wowhead, and then if I feel like I need to make changes to it, I make changes to it. And sometimes I steal Sound's build. But obviously now that he doesn't play anymore, I now have to think for myself like a grown-up. Okay. Okay, so it's not like all the talents, it's just the final. So if I go for like either Farsi or the other one. Yeah, I have some mythics planned for the weekend. So I should probably really read up on this stuff. Yeah, totemic or farseer. I think I'm normally totemic. I think I tried farseer and I just got really upset with it, I think. Like Sound was playing it for Mythic Plus, and he was having no mana issues whatsoever, and I was healing my absolute ass off and running out of mana. So they said, "Oh, you should Sound always Sound uses the other build." Like, okay, cool. So I tried it, and I did not get on with it at all. I kind of wish I was really good at WoW, but I don't really have the drive to spend a lot of time on there anymore. And I don't really have the mind for learning that kind of stuff. I just don't remember. I'll try and read up on like skills and... Why is that there? Skills and rotations and all that jazz, and end up forgetting half, if not more, of what I've just read, which is not exactly helpful when time is not your friend. Please don't break. Why are you even there? You tried learning patience but gave up after a minute. It was time for that shit, yeah. Exactly that. No, I'm a pretty patient person. I mean, the fact that this is what, session 7? And I'm still happily painting my little horses and a carriage, and I'm nowhere near done. I think that says something about my patience and willingness to pull through slow progress. But I also just don't have the I just don't have the time for it. If my mind doesn't really retain the information, it takes me so much longer to remember how to do the things that other people learn really rather quickly. When I say other people, it's some other people, it's not a lot of other people. It does always make you feel slightly inadequate. Yeah, exactly. I wish it was that easy. I wish it was that easy. Yeah, it's yeah. It can be pretty challenging, and it's frustrating when you're not as good as people who do less than you to try to get where you are, and you're still not beating them. It's demoralizing. At times, that is. But I also know that I just enjoy the game as well, so I should also not complain. Shouldn't complain and just play the game I enjoy, and then it doesn't matter if I'm super good or average or slightly above average or slightly below average. I don't think I'm below average. I think I've put in enough effort to be at least considered top third. Those people who are good at everything, yeah. It drives me crazy. I mean, I'm really grateful for them because it just means that us normies get to do stuff that we would struggle to do without their help. But oh, congratulations! That is crazy. Wait, hang on. That faction came out today and you're already exalted? Oh, okay. Yeah, exalted. I was gonna say, I'll be lucky if I get any of my reps to exalted with how little I play. Oh, the goblin, a goblin one. Nice. Okay. Still 110 exalted reputations. That is pretty good going. Yeah, still though. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm nowhere close to that. And I used to play a lot. I don't think I've had Exalted with a single rep in the last 5 years or so. I'd have to look. Check it actually. Curious now. Oh man, ugly phase. Why do I have all these bits that I hadn't noticed before? It's very annoying. Keep my knife here. This is such a ridiculously cool model. It is a black coach. It certainly is. We're smack bang in the middle of the ugly phase, unfortunately. I've done the coach. Made a start on the riders. Now making a start on the horses. The coach is cool. Happy about how that came out. But I still have a lot to go. I'm just very glad that I'm not in a hurry. Because there's a lot to paint on this model and a lot of like gradients and stuff. I feel like I should probably have used the airbrush for certain things. But it's also good practice for me to actually just do brush gradients and one of the few Games Workshop models you want to paint. Such a fun little figure. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really, really fun. It's also really fun to paint. Like the coach itself, that I've started on that because I thought I would like that the least of the whole model, if that makes sense. Because it's a lot of wood and it's just a vehicle. But I actually had a really fun time painting it, so highly recommend. Big black coach fan. And for what you get, it's actually also not expensive. I feel like it's not cheap. But this is my 7th session painting this, and I'm nowhere near done. So yeah, it's you get a lot of painting time for that money. If you're anything like me and you don't use the airbrush for it. You probably get way smoother blends, and you can make really cool like ghostly effects and stuff with the airbrush. But I feel like it's a good opportunity to practice with brushwork. You saw project every other day, yeah. Yeah. Well, there's enough of a like different things about this one that you can I don't feel like I'm like flatlining on it. I tend to have multiple projects on the go, and this one is actually still like holding my focus, which is yeah, there's enough different elements to it that it stays interesting. To me anyway. Like I sort of swap between the different elements, and like I'll do some on the cloth of the ghosts, and then I'll do some of the skin of the horses, and it's yeah, it's fun. Well, at the moment it's just green, but then the ethereal glow stuff, and yeah, it's a good time. Good time. What I don't understand is how I keep finding tiny mold lines and tags and stuff. Even after looking at this model for the best part of, well, 7 sessions. You'd think that by now any impurities and imperfections I would have spotted, but no. No. Right, I need a darker green. Oh, sorry, George. Didn't realize you were there. Let's go forest green. That'll do. Are you working on anything at the moment? Paints? Or any of the other one? Any of you really? Anyone working on anything at the moment? I'd like to think that some of you are. My dog is very cute at the moment. He's always cute, but he's particularly cute when he's very tired. And he is very tired today. He had huge playtime at daycare. He doesn't really sleep when he goes to daycare, as normally when he during the day he always sleeps. But he doesn't really take any breaks when he's at daycare. So when he comes home, he always absolutely flakes out. Bless him. He's like a lump. Even when I want to get him out of the car when we get home, he's just squinty and eepy. Which is very cute. He's very cute when he's tired. It's a bit like if your toddler is very tired, I imagine. Bear with. I had something, well, it felt like something sharp in my headphones, but I think it was just my glasses poking the back of my head. Cute. He is currently lying on my feet with his chin on his on the mattress under the desk. Very cute. Funny how two colors green already makes it more interesting to look at. Or two shades of green, rather. Give that a rest. Grab the other one. I wonder why Warp Glow is such a almost translucent color when it's just a normal acrylic. It really doesn't cover very well. Shoulders. Do your thing. Stop being tight. Stop being tight. Jeez. That made me jump. Thank you for the hydrate. And for the stretch. Ooh. Twinge. How's it going with your physio at the moment, Ben? If you want to talk about it, that is obviously. bit of sprue stuck to my forehead, apparently. One of the tiny bits that I just scraped off my model. Oh, it probably got stuck to my elbow and then when I stretched. Depends on how you find physio. If currently you're in a gym twice a week, walking practice Mondays. Spinal adjustment every other Tuesday. Oh wow. You feel like you're still making good progress? Because I was amazed with how far you've come. When you sent that video at a meetup, that was ridiculous. Oh, Pilates is so hard. Oh my god. Also, it's exercise for girls. It's so freaking hard. Oh, that's it more than you do. Yeah, but it's because you're like right in it all the time when you're having to actually do the work, so it doesn't look as big of a change, I imagine, if you spent all these hours working towards it. It's not as obvious. I reckon it's a bit like losing weight in a way, like unless you actually only weigh yourself and look in the mirror only once a month or so, you're not going to really notice much of a difference. Yeah. I still think it's really freaking cool. Creaky shoulders. Are these horses from the Warhammer Fantasy thing? They are from Age of Sigmar. So Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They're the part of the Black Coach, which is this model. It's the Nighthaunt army, and there's two sets of 2 horses. And a handful of ghosts. It's a really, really fun model. Really, really cool. I have a really good time painting it. It's, yeah, it's very fun. Highly recommend it to everyone who wants to paint something different from, like say you normally paint Space Marines, or if you paint Necrons, or anything really. Nighthaunt are very different in every way. It's really cool. I need some more Warpstone glue. The only downside I've found so far of this model is it's quite difficult to find areas where you can hold it. Adeptus Drunkenness, hi! Renown 7, holy moly, that's quick. I love that emote, that's really cute. are you doing, Adeptus? You alright? What do you think from the outside looking in, the voice relearning to walk? Oh, about your progress? Yeah, I think it's amazing. Like, I feel like, especially like the last year, uh, you've come, like, you can tell a really big difference from how it was a couple of years ago. Obviously, you've had some pretty big, quite a lot of progress throughout that as well, but it wasn't as visible. But like with that video you sent, like, I could hardly believe how well it was going, and how far you were going, and how little effort it seemed to take. It looked like you were just doing it. And I obviously can't see how much effort it is taken, but it didn't look like it how it did a couple of years ago. So as someone who doesn't see you very often, it's a crazy amount of progress that you've made. Like, how it was visible to us is like 1 year you were still struggling to walk longer distances. Second year looked like it was no issue whatsoever. Or I say second year, the next year. So it's it's pretty impressive where I'm sat. Considering where you've come from and how hard you've worked for it as well. Like, I'm really glad that it is paying off. But I can imagine that to you it probably feels like it's probably never fast enough. At least that would... I think that would probably be my frame of mind if it was my situation. That you're imagining things. Oh no, this is not. You're not imagining it. This is a Spotify playlist with lo-fi video games and anime music. I wanted something that was not going to get me copyright striked if I kept like a log of my videos on YouTube. So I wanted to make sure that I used something that I would be allowed to post. Plus, it's like non-intrusive enough that it doesn't bother me. I'm quite a funny, I say funny, sensitive person when it comes to music. If I don't control the playlist, it really needs to be the music that I like. Otherwise, I'm going to be very upset very quickly. No, never fast enough. No, I can imagine. Putting in all that effort and if you're not seeing the results fast enough, I imagine it's very hard to stay motivated. Off topic, lady didn't attend Saturday morning alt raids. After one button rotation was introduced, I wonder if people on alts and such are using that. Was just wondering. I have tried it because I'm just very, very bad at some at some things, and it works. And especially if you like just want to level, you just want to like play an alt. Through some open world content, for example, like it works. It won't use your cooldowns correctly or at all. So you'll never get the output or that like you could if you manually played. Yeah, the longer GCD is tedious. At first I thought I was imagining it when I tried it, and I was like, oh my god, it is 2 seconds. Or however long it is, but it's I think it's meant more as an accessibility tool and as something for people who are able to just play the game normally. I say normally, like with the biggest quotation marks possible. Yeah, it's I tried it out. It's it's all right for what it is. It does what it needs to do for its purpose. But I won't be using it like on a day-to-day basis, if that makes sense. So too many healers, and one healer could do decent DPS without too much effort. Yeah, pretty much. Hi Jim, you alright? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we haven't had an like a proper alt raid on Saturday in a long time. As Nivian stopped doing them, and I think Vibius took over for a bit, but didn't. I don't think he continued with them, so I don't know if they are going to be picked up again. But yeah, definitely, it's a good tool. It's. I'm glad they put it in because I feel like everyone should be able to play the game, and someone who is less capable will still be able to play the game without too many penalties. Summer end of that, well, past here. Yeah, it's today is the start of the new patch, so I was debating if I should be playing that instead, or if I should be painting, but I decided that I should paint. Because if I start prioritizing WoW over painting, I will never paint anymore, so that's... and my painting is definitely more important to me than WoW at the moment, so... I will have to play some tomorrow night and Friday, and then... Because I'm off on Friday, so I'm able to, well, should hopefully be able to play some during the day. Spectating something that's almost zen. Yeah, that is kind of the reason why I do it. It makes me... It allows me to sort of paint my annoyances from the day away, and I deliberately choose a very chill playlist to go with it so I don't get wound up, and I just sort of talk to people, and if they have something to say, then I like to talk with people, but if they just want to hang out and just want to have me on in the background, then that is amazing too. But yeah, painting my minis for me is an outlet. It's an outlet for sure. Which is why I scheduled these regular painting sessions, like my Twitch streams, because otherwise I know what I'm like. I'll find other things that I should be doing, and it's not I won't paint if I don't plan the time, if that makes sense. Who's just tuning the stream? Just chill. Nice, I appreciate that, thank you. Like, if only one other person has a chill time together with me, that's a win for me. I don't know what it is about green, but I find it so much easier to blend green than I find it to blend. I suppose they're not all blues. I think that's probably the problem. Have you been up to much recently? I should probably also ask what class you tried the one button rotation on. I'm curious now. Give that a minute. I really need to bring my brushes inside with me. Should probably also go on the hunt for my brush soap, which I can never seem to remember where I put it. Night, Ben. Thank you for hanging out. Wait, when did that sub happen? Gnocchi 77. Hi, Wolfie, how are you? And the bland whips. I remember that. But... that's its gift sub. I see. You good? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm having quite a lot of fun with this model, so that helps. What have you been up to recently? It is, yes. Yeah, the black coach. I've basically finished the coach itself. I've done some work on the ghosts, the Night Haunt. And I thought I would put some paint on the horses now. Painting a lot of magenta, black and grey. Hasn't been fun? Yeah, so I've got the coach. Excuse me. Which I really like. And the roof comes off. Surprisingly secure, actually. Like, and I've got 2 sets of horses in various stages, and 4 of the incredibly fragile Night Haunt, which yeah, pretty fun. Refining your armor color palette, nice. It's always nice to like make some progress and stuff. Hello. Am I going to put more? No, I will not. I will not. Continue on with this for now. Love the blue, yeah, I like it too. They're very, yeah, I like the pastel-y blue. I want to go slightly more box arty with them. Obviously, it's not fully box art because I'm not a heavy metal painter, but it's more following the color scheme of the box art anyway. It's Horms. Actually, it's Horms's. You're dead. She just finished 6-hour jiu-jitsu for the week. Nice. It's good though. And it's a good kind of edge. 3 more tomorrow. Like I said, it's a good kind of edge. And on a Friday, hell yeah. See Your boy? Yeah, I'm dropping him off at the train station. I'm picking him up and then he can do the travelers. Get your ass pandered by some Imperial Knights. Well, he's bringing his White Knight as well, so you'll get miladied in the process. But they're looking pretty awesome. And he's done a crazy amount of work over the last few months, so spoiler for us getting a hunter killer missile to the face from my land very on turn 1. Spoilies. Good thing he has another one then. Be nice to my boy. Don't be mean. Boys, play nice. We'll play nice or I will turn this car around. 1500 point night hour painted between our two games is bonkers. You've done 5 models. Yeah, he's I mean, just looking over at that desk, it's pretty bananas, I'm not gonna lie. 4 of them aren't even finished. Yeah, he's put in a lot of work. Obviously, it helps that he's got an airbrush, but it's still a huge effort, considering he has a full-time job and a dog and a girlfriend. So pretty bonkers how much time he's managed to invest. He enjoys it though, but it's he's a bit like me in that respect, that he kind of needs to have a goal. So to have a game planned with you, like, that gives him a reason to paint all these things. Like, originally he was going to paint them all for Warhammer World, right? Grand Narrative. And that didn't happen, so I think he was just quite happy that he still had a good reason to paint them. Does help. The aforementioned girlfriend is also into the hobby. It does help, yes. I still see, like, videos of girls getting upset over their boyfriends painting Warhammer, and it just makes me so sad. Like, just be happy for your boyfriend that he has a hobby that he likes. Be glad it's not drugs. That he's not putting, like, throwing all his money into like a gacha game or something like that. It sucks me sad, and I'm glad you've got a nice space for us to meet in the middle. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It takes about the same amount of time for both of you to get there, so it's a pretty good option. We'll have to do Warhammer World again soon as well at some point. I want to go to Warhammer World again. That place makes me so happy, and I don't really know why. Because it's no more space. Well, it is, but like, you can't even do much. It's not different every time you go, and looking for somewhere close to Stratford just to make it even more equal. No joy? Not a whole lot around now. Start our own hobby store with blackjack and hookers. Time to win the lottery so I can start my hobby shop. Sure, you can rustle up something. Because how long is the travel for you, and how long is it for Nick? Do you know? I just know that you have approximately the same kind of journey, travel lengthwise, but I haven't really asked how long it takes him. Hour 15, yeah, I think it's something for Nick as well, something like that. I mean, it normally is, so. Hey, how are you? How are you? Much less to do both ends. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we still need to get to Ipswich or to the Felixstowe train station, and then to Ipswich. Which is not really a drama, I suppose, but it's not as simple. Right, I need to, I just noticed the time. Which is annoying because I was having a good time. But I have to get through one more day at work this week. One more day. Licking my brushes to make sure they are nice positioned. Let me have a quick look to see who is about. Oh, both. It's funny. Both Thijs and White Wolf rated the same person. You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing just for the lols of it. I'm gonna go get my keyboard out from under my monitor so I don't end up accidentally turning my PC off with the button that's on my keyboard. Right. I've had a nice chill stream this evening. Nothing too crazy. Nothing... Not... I've just been able to like have a nice paint session, so thank you all very much. That's been very much appreciated. I'm gonna go create a raid. I'm gonna send that over to Appreciate Mistakes, which I think is a fantastic name for a painting challenge channel. And then well, thank you all very much for your time. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for the new follows. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day or night. And I'll hope to see you all on Saturday. So yeah. Expand your Discord, I don't mind. I'm gonna have a look in a minute and have a good time with that. Thank you. I'm gonna send this over to Appreciate Mistakes, and I hope you'll give them some love, and see you all on Saturday or next week or next time. Bye bye.